Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Me and this very unstable oak tree. Looks like it's going to collapse on me any second, so I'm going to budge over this way. We are on an estuary, and estuaries are very rich and diverse habitats. They have creatures from like seawater creatures and freshwater creatures in very close proximity to one another, attracting all sorts of birds and wildlife. Yeah, so very rich habitat. And I'm going to pan over now to the actual estuary. So, and there's a buzzard just up there. Oh, I don't think I can show you guys, but yeah, it's buzzard being pestered by a crow. But yeah, coming back onto the point of estuaries, being here in this beautiful environment, it reminds me of an ayah in the Quran, and it's Surah Luqman, ayah 53. I'm going to give a translation of it now. And it is he who merges the two bodies of water, one fresh and palatable, and one salty and bitter, placing between them a barrier that they cannot cross. Now, there's been various understandings of this ayah by scholarship throughout history, some referring to it to being between oceans, some referring to it to being, the coastline, because within land there is fresh and palatable water, and then the ocean is where it's salty and bitter. So yeah, and there's various ways of reading it, but coming across an estuary, you can also see a very interesting dynamic going on between fresh and salty water. So estuaries are where rivers start meeting the ocean, and you have like the fresh water and the palatable water from the river coming into the ocean. And yeah, there's various levels there's layers basically, so it's not like there's layers of salinity, so barriers and layers of salinity, of various degrees of salinity being saltiness. So there's various layers of salinity as you progress along the estuary towards the ocean. And yeah, it's amazing, subhanAllah. And the part where I am right now, it smells very salty. But yeah, I think it's beautiful. And the water where this is taking place is referred to as brackish. But yeah, subhanAllah, it's like a very beautiful sunny day in the UK. It looked like the UK coastline as well, being so green and lush. Actually, some of the forests behind me are some of the richest in the UK, and they have a high degree of oak trees. So ancient oaks, some even numbering up to 400 years old. And unfortunately, a lot of the UK doesn't have so much vibrant forests because of the Romans and the various civilizations deforesting and utilizing the beautiful woodland we had here for various purposes. But this part of the UK has been fairly well preserved. It's the best preserved in Europe, actually. Before the Romans, actually, there was the Celtic people who were the various tribes that were very, they had a spiritual connection to the trees. So that's why when you think of the UK and you think of ancient woodlands and those ancient English forests, it often could come with a connotation of a Celtic feel and a Celtic environment and Celtic thinking, that you're having thoughts of like a Celtic woodland. Those, because the Celts had a very special connection, spiritual connection to the forest, and had a degree of preservation of forestry. They did deforest as well, but to a lesser extent. But yeah, I thought